You are firing RPGs wrong. Instead of firing a rocket, reloading, and firing another one, instead go into first-person mode, shoot a rocket, instantly switch to your throwable, and then switch back. This will automatically reload the RPG and allow you to spam it. That's just one of the 50 possible ways you're playing GTA Online wrong. During your Cayo Perico heist setups, don't waste time flying all the way back to your Kasatka in the middle of the ocean. Instead, when you start up the heist, park your Kasatka right down this canal here. This is the best possible location to put it because this is the closest location to all of the prep missions. Throughout the entire heist, this could save you about 5 or 10 minutes. If you're walking around as an MC president, you are playing the game so wrong, it's not even funny. If you grind MC businesses, you're probably sick and tired of your businesses getting raided. Well, what if I told you your businesses can only get raided while you're in an MC club and while you're outside? So whenever you go outside of one of your properties, make sure you've disbanded your MC club first. If you don't know where your Oppressor Mark II is stored, you're playing the game wrong. The Oppressor Mark II has a specific spot inside of your terabyte, and it's important that you keep it there because if it's in your terabyte, no matter what your active personal vehicle is, you can still request your Oppressor Mark II through your services menu. This is a lot quicker than calling your mechanic, scrolling to your garage, and then picking the Oppressor Mark II. You might wonder why a lot of tryhards always play in first person. Well, the reason for that is because it's a lot easier to strafe. We all know how clunky the character movements are in GTA Online, but when you're in first person, your character is a lot more smooth, so it makes it a lot easier to dodge bullets. If you get invitations from Lester to restart one of your heists, don't delete that. That's actually really useful because you can accept that invite whenever you want. It'll fast travel you right back to that property without even changing lobbies. It's a free instant fast travel back to your apartment. Never just buy a business and start using it. Rockstar Games is lying to you when they tell you how much a business will actually cost you. Because if you actually want to make a profit with that business, there's a good chance you're going to have to buy the staff and equipment upgrades for it. If you're using an MC business, a bunker, or the nightclub, it's almost not even worth running these businesses unless you have these upgrades. For some of the businesses, it's going to double your profits, which actually makes the businesses worth using. If you don't buy it, they're not really worth running. A lot of players still do nightclub promotion missions. The game doesn't actually effectively tell you how to keep your nightclub popularity up, but doing these missions is one of the worst ways to do it. So stop. From now on, I want you to keep your nightclub popularity up by doing one of these things. Number 1, going down to the basement in your nightclub and continually rebooking and then rebooking another DJ. Each time you rebook a DJ, it will fill up your popularity bar 10%. And I don't know about you, but I would rather pay $10,000 to fill it up 10% instantly than go out and do a boring 5-minute mission to do the same thing. Another way to do it is every so often you'll see a blue dot appear inside your nightclub. All you have to do is go over and either kick them out if they're a troublemaker or deliver them home if they're passed out. Doing that will fill up your popularity bar just as much as one of those popularity missions, and it'll only take a few seconds. If you're flying across the map to any of your properties, you're playing the game wrong. You should be fast traveling. The easiest way to do it is by setting your spawn location to the place you want to travel to and finding a new invite-only session. If you're playing on a current-gen console, this should only take you about 15 seconds to load into a new lobby, which will save you a few minutes anytime you want to go to a different property. If you can't fast travel to one of your properties, it's because you don't have the personal quarters upgrade, so go and buy that. It's going to save you so much time. If you're waiting to the higher levels to buy those guns that you're waiting to buy because you can't unlock them until you're level 100, you're playing the game wrong. There's actually a lot of ways to get these guns a lot earlier. One way is by using the Mark II Weapon Workshop. You can get these in a lot of your businesses, and there's no level unlock system there. You can just buy these guns at whatever level you're at. You can also go to the gun van, which changes location every single day. It'll be somewhere on the map, and you can get access to a lot of underground weaponry that you can't normally buy at Ammunition. It amazes me that a lot of people still scroll through their phone phone individually, just scrolling through every single contact. You can actually just press the right D-pad button and it'll skip an entire page of your phone. If you're on PC, just use your arrows. It saves so much time, and I can't believe how many players don't actually know about this feature. Even I didn't know about this one for the longest time, but you know how you go into your bank on your phone or something and you just spam the back button to get out of your phone? Yeah, you don't actually have to do that. Just press triangle or Y on Xbox and it'll just close your phone instantly. Kind of made me feel like an idiot that I was playing the game wrong for years. If you're trying to take out enemies chasing you in a car by throwing a grenade, you're probably doing it wrong. You can actually cook your grenade by holding X on PlayStation or A on Xbox. So instead of trying to time the grenade so that the car runs over it perfectly in time, just cook it a bit longer and then throw it. You're good. A lot of players didn't play GTA Online last year, and that's when this feature was introduced. You can actually remove a lot of the radio stations and contacts from your phone. So if you're sick and tired of scrolling through every single radio station to get to the one you want, you don't have to do that anymore. Just go into your interaction menu like you're seeing me do here and just pick the ones you want. If you're treating your active businesses like active businesses in 2023 and beyond, you're doing yourself a disservice. I'll just say that. A lot of the active businesses are actually passive now, kind of. In your hangar, you can just walk up to Rooster, pay him a bit of money, and he'll go source a crate for you. Same thing with every single one of your cargo crate warehouses. Just head inside, walk up to one of the technicians, pay them $7,500. They'll come back in 48 minutes, sourcing either 1, 2, or 3 crates, or maybe even getting you a special item. This is so much more time effective, and it actually makes the crate business good again. If you're driving back to the plane on Cayo Perico, you're playing the game completely wrong. Let me save you some time. There's 2 ways to do this faster. The first one is by dying or getting spotted. That's going to fast travel you right back to the plane. But the best one is by setting your spawn location to your Kosatka, going into your style and changing your outfit. Whenever you change your outfit, that's going to immediately save the game. So if you've finished scoping out Cayo Perico, just change your outfit, the game will save, and then find a new lobby and you can just spawn in your Kosatka and keep going with your preps. Don't ever scroll through a million guns again trying to find the right one. If you have a lot of weapons, make sure you have a gun locker at one of your properties. Once you do that, go to your gun locker and choose to hide any of the weapons you don't normally use. Now, when you run around, you'll only have the weapons showing that you actually want to use and you won't have to scroll through the other ones. Don't worry if you still want to be able to use those other weapons occasionally. You can instantly deactivate your loadout in your interaction menu and all of your guns will reappear right there. If you're buying anything on a Wednesday, you've probably lost yourself a lot of money. Every single Thursday in GTA Online is a new weekly reset. On these resets, new properties and vehicles go on discount. So if it's Wednesday, just wait one more day to see if whatever you want to buy is actually going on sale the next day. I upload my videos very early on a Thursday now, about 12 hours before the weekly update actually comes out. That'll give you a massive heads up. Even I've gotten lazy about this and I've been missing out. You should be spinning the casino wheel every single day. I don't know why we all keep forgetting to do it, but really just taking a few seconds out of our day, we could win a car that's worth millions of dollars potentially. I don't know why we all forget to do it. If you forgot, make sure you go and spin the wheel today. Unless you're trying to play really immersively, you should be setting your field of view to max. It's pretty simple. By doing this, you can just see more of what's in front of you. You can see a wider angle, you can see more enemies that are going to try and kill you. So if you forgot to do it now, set your FOV to max. We've all probably done this at some point and regretted it, but going and starting a fight with a random player is not going to end well most of the time. This is GTA Online. You never know what a player is going to do if you piss them off. They could completely ruin your day, blow up your cargo, kill you over and over again. So unless you're willing to have a really long fight and start arguing with each other and sending each other texts about how fat the other person's mother is, don't go out of your way to piss other players off. Be honest with me, you probably did this one. You probably bought the businesses in the wrong order. Now, there's no exact order that you should buy every business in, but if you went ahead ahead and bought something like the document forgery office first because it was cheap, well, that was a pretty bad move. I've made an entire guide called Rags to Riches telling you which businesses to buy in which order, so if you're still struggling to make money nowadays, which you really shouldn't be, go watch that video. Don't waste any more time or any more money. If you're just trying to grind, make sure you're doing it in an invite-only lobby. I can't tell you how many lower level players I see grinding out any sort of business mission in a public lobby only to get absolutely destroyed by a griefer. Nowadays, we can use invite-only lobbies and do everything that we can normally do in a public lobby. The only thing that you should maybe be doing in a public lobby is sell missions because of the high demand bonus. Any other missions like heist preps, setups, resupply missions, always do it in an invite-only lobby. A lot of players don't actually know about the heavy aim assist in GTA Online. So if you struggle to aim, make sure you've put your targeting mode to aim assisted full. You need to do this in single player actually, and then it's gonna save to online. But the difference is night and day. Forgetting to do your stash houses every day is a massive mistake. Doing these stash houses will randomly resupply one of your businesses, which can save you up to $75,000 buying supplies. They only take you about 2 minutes, maybe even less than that. So every single day you log on, this should be one of the first things you do. Blowing all of your money on something like a supercar is a massive mistake nowadays. Don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna try and destroy your fun and tell you should never buy the cool cars you want. But if you're gonna do it, make sure you actually have a really good way to make more money. Don't go buying a supercar until you have multiple businesses that can help you get money really fast. Because if you don't have a business yet and you save up money and waste it, well, have fun doing contact missions for the next 100 hours just to save up enough money again. If you're shooting normal bullets, you're playing GTA Online wrong. Any experienced GTA Online players should be using Mark II weapons with Mark II ammo. If you don't know how to do this, you'll need a Mark II weapon workshop, and you'll also need to research the Mark II ammo types in your bunker. I've just released a new bunker guide that walks over how to do that, but this ammo is incredibly important. The explosive rounds on the Heavy Sniper Mark II, for example, can take out aircraft in just a few shots. Something like this is incredibly effective and a must-have if you're trying to take out any griefers. Speaking of bunker research, that's probably another thing you're doing wrong. When people buy the bunker, they don't actually look at how it's set up. By default, this will be set up as 50% of your staff on manufacturing and 50% on research. But if you don't care about the research, you want to change it to manufacturing. Or if you don't care about making money and you just want to get the Mark II ammo unlocks, you should be setting it to research and fast tracking it. So if you've never checked this before, go to your bunker and make sure you've got it researching or manufacturing whatever you want. If you're sitting in the passenger seat in an armored Kuruma, you're really just limiting your ability to actually kill people. For whatever reason, you can't actually shoot in a full 360 degrees from the front passenger seat. But if you're in the back passenger seat, you can shoot a full 360 degrees, no issues at all. So if your friend's ever driving an armored Kuruma, hop in the back seat. You're probably not using the corner of buildings to your advantage. While you're in third person, this doesn't work in first person, you can actually just shoot through the corner of most walls. So don't risk dying, just shoot through the wall. You don't actually have to hip fire blindly around a corner. What you can do is use the peek animation by pushing your thumbstick in the direction that you want to peek, and then your reticle's gonna pop up. So then just shoot, and it's gonna shoot exactly where you want, so you don't just have to guess like you do in the blind fire animation. You've probably already done them, but I'm sure there's at least one of you watching this video who hasn't done your treasure hunts. There's currently 3 treasure hunts in GTA Online, as well as a lot of collectibles. Going and getting these collectibles is a really easy way to get about $250,000 per set. If you can't call Lester or bribe the authorities and you need to use your wanted level, you should be calling in one of your service vehicles. Mainly, the easiest ones are the Acid Lab, MOC, or the Avenger. Once you call that in, all you have to do is drive over to it and hop inside, and you'll instantly lose your wanted level. Same thing goes with any of the properties you own on the map. You can just walk inside to instantly lose your wanted level, but this works best with these vehicles because you can spawn them really close to you. If you're in a helicopter and you're jumping out or landing your helicopter to go into your agency or CEO office, you're wasting time. Both of these buildings have a helipad on the top of it, so you can actually use it, just fly over it, it'll let you know you can land it and just walk inside. It's a cool animation and it'll save you a few seconds every time you want to go in. A lot of the businesses and properties you buy actually have free weapons inside. For example, in the Kosatka submarine, you can just walk down there and get free Molotovs. In the hangar, if you want to go up to the top of your hangar, there's a bunch of guns that you can get there for free as well. Almost all of your businesses have weapons that are just sitting there that you can walk over and get for free. Don't waste time mindlessly scrolling through garages trying to find the car that you want. Now you can actually label different garages. So for example, now you could have a garage specifically for supercars, let's say. You can label that as your supercar garage and you don't have to scroll through all your garages wondering where you put all your supercars. If you're like me and you find it annoying whenever your character gets shot and they have blood all over them, if you're in a CEO, what you can actually do is just swipe to one of the preset outfits and then go back to the outfit you had on before and it'll all go away. If one of your friends is dangerously close to becoming a bad sport, you probably didn't know that GTA Online actually has a commend system. So you can go into your menu and commend them, and this will actually keep them away from bad sport lobbies, or at least it'll make them have to do more bad stuff in order to get in a bad sport lobby. If your friend just invited you to a mission, you don't actually have to open your phone, click on job lists, and then accept the invite. You can just hold up on the D-pad once you get that invite, and it'll shortcut it. It'll save you a few seconds, and it's just a pretty cool thing to know. If you hold the handbrake button in the air, it makes it easier to land a car. So of course, when you're in the air, you know that you can flip your car on one axis, but if you hold the handbrake, you can actually flip your car on the other axis, so you can always land straight and the way you want to go. If you're trying to find out where a specific player is on the map, don't waste your time going into the map and trying to find which one you're looking for. Just use the highlight player feature and it'll show you exactly who you're looking for. If you're a PvP player, make sure you're doing this one. Bulletproof helmets aren't just for show. They actually do work and they'll help you tank a few bullets, so make sure you put them on. Weapon reticles are incredibly underrated. There's a good chance you're using the simple reticle, and it makes sense. It's just a little dot that shows you where the center of your screen is. But by going into your settings and changing this to complex, this will show you the unique spread of the weapon that you're using. So if you ever wondered why you're missing shots, is because you don't actually know where the bullets are going. By using the complex reticle, that will give you a better idea of where to aim your shots. If you find the homing launcher annoying to use, did you know you can actually change the target that your homing launcher is locking onto by pressing the 7 and 8 buttons on your number pad? Yeah, unfortunately there's no way to do this on console, but for PC players, hopefully that helps you out. Gonna have to be honest, if you're doing resupply missions for your businesses, you are playing GTA wrong. Stop doing them. I have done so many breakdowns explaining why it's more cost and time effective to do the buy supplies instead of the steal supply missions. In GTA Online, time is money, so make the most effective use of your time and just buy supplies. If you like to gamble, you don't actually have to scroll all the way through in the casino to get to the max bet on horse betting. It doesn't tell you anywhere on your screen, but you can actually just press the same max bet button that you can with the slots. On PlayStation, that's square, Xbox, it's X, and that'll set your bet to the max bet. You've probably done the payphone hit where you need to pick the guy up in the taxi, but you don't have to wait for Franklin to tell you where the taxi is. Just call up Downtown Cabco, take out the driver and complete the mission. Or if you own a taxi, just call Pegasus and call your taxi in. If your auto shop delivery is too far away, just blow up your car. I know it sounds crazy, but blow up the car straight away, walk back inside, and it'll still be there, so you can just retry. This also works for your bunker ammunition runs as well. So if it's too far away, just blow it up, go back inside, and try again. Crazy how things just magically respawn in GTA. If you're trying to buy a car, you can actually just skip pages on the website by pressing L1 and R1. So you don't have to scroll through every single page, you can just shortcut it. If you get griefed during any cell mission, all is not lost. As soon as you get griefed, immediately close your game or turn off your console, whatever you have to do. It actually takes a few seconds for the game to save. So if you just got griefed, close the app and come back in, and you'll still have about 95% of your product and you can try the cell mission again. And that's 50 ways you're playing GTA Online wrong. I hope this video was fun to watch, but mainly, I hope it helped. If it did, subscribe and click one of the other videos that's gonna pop up on your screen. Peace!
Favorite color, money green. Paper. I've been on my grind since I was in the 7th grade. Had my first kid, I was only 17. Always a provider for my pack like Wolverines. But you won't find me on the mountaintop.